Could happen. Connors, DDT, leaping over the top rope. Connors says he's going for the don't look down. And he gets it. Connors with the don't look down on Joe Coffey, puts that tree trunk of a leg, and Joseph Connors is in the quarterfinals. Again, maybe he's going to try for the Dragon Suplex again. Yep, he's going headed for that full Nelson, got half Nelson. He hooks the leg back. And he gets it on point. In the end, it wasn't a Dragon Suplex, it was a German Suplex.
Oh, Takahashi, though, back to his feet.
Again trying for it. Once again trying. And now, Takahashi gets the time bomb again. Surely this time, it's got to do it. Surely, and it does. Takahashi advances to the quarterfinals. As you just saw, Hiromu Takahashi with a tremendous match against Lucky Kid in the round of 16 last night in Milton Keynes. Can he do it again here against Joseph Connors and make it to the semi-finals? We are about to find out.
The following Pro Wrestling World Cup quarterfinal match is set for one fall, and representing Japan, this is the ticking time bomb, Hiromu Takahashi!
As well as that win over Lucky Kid, Hiromu Takahashi in the Japanese qualifiers, beating Yohei Komatsu and Ryusuke Taguchi. A great tournament for Takahashi so far, and a great year for him so far. Had a run with the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title, lasted until just 2 months ago. Takahashi, in some people's minds, is the dark horse pick to win this whole thing.
I've been impressed with Takahashi throughout this entire competition. I have to question his sanity a little, but you know, with the cat and Daryl, but there's no doubting he's a tremendous competitor and truly deserving of being at this late stage in the Pro Wrestling World Cup.
We've already seen that Daryl has been a source of inspiration and a source of energy for Takahashi throughout this tournament. He came to a grisly end in Japan a few weeks ago, but has found a new lease of life, much to the delight of Takahashi.
Now you see Daryl, could he be the lucky cat? For Takahashi, we've already seen him defeat Lucky Kid. But up next, a huge challenge for this bright young star of the future, Takahashi.
And of course, the man he's about to face is a man who until 24 hours ago was not even a part of this tournament.
That's right, yeah.
So Takahashi with very little time to do his homework, to do any preparation, and the man he's about to face.
Envelops the live crowd.
And representing England, this is Joseph Connors!
One of 3 Englishmen remaining in this last 8 of the Pro Wrestling World Cup. Joseph Connors, as we saw, a surprise entrant last night in Milton Keynes, replacing Canada's Michael Elgin, who was unable to compete. And Connors taking advantage of the opportunity to defeat Scotland's Joe Coffey and make it here to Manchester.
You said, Bradshaw, that Takahashi almost an outside bet for the entire Pro Wrestling World Cup. Well, all bets are off when it comes to Joseph Connors. Everyone in the entire wrestling world knows what this man can do between the ropes. As you rightfully said, Takahashi with so little time to prepare for Connors. But here we are now. You can't think about any of that. It's one-on-one for a spot in the semi-finals.
Yeah, Connors has totally put a spanner in the works in terms of people's predictions. Fans around the world been filling in their bracket for who they think is going to go all the way ever since that last 16 was announced, but now Connors is in the mix. That changes everything.
Well, Connors in the past here in WCPW has shown that his psyche is a little damaged, if you like, but I think even he is surprised by Takahashi and his unique approach to life.
Two men with very interesting inner mental workings.
You can say that again.
Facing each other here. Referee Joel Allen calls for the bell in the second quarter-final here in the Pro Wrestling World Cup underway.
Look, Connors doesn't know what to make of Darryl in the corner there. I'm not sure that Connors has seen anything like this before. There's a good shot of the whatever that is.
It's a cat. You know it's a cat.
It's not a real cat though. It terrifies me, I have to be honest.
Not real, he's magical.
Spiritual almost to Takahashi. It has an effect on Takahashi though, I'll give you that. Takahashi definitely benefits by having Darryl in his corner.
Well, whether it's just purely psychological inside the head of Takahashi or whether there is some supernatural elements to Darryl, whatever you want to believe, you're right. It certainly seems to give Takahashi a renewed confidence.
Well, I said it last night when this young man, Takahashi, faced Lucky Kid. If Darryl moves, I'm out of here. And Joseph Connors, he may take Darryl and throw him into the front row. Just what effect would that have on Takahashi?
Takahashi is warning Connors to stay away from Darryl. I don't think Connors planned any harm for Darryl. He just wanted to have a conversation, but Takahashi very protective.
Well, again, if Darryl talks back or moves, James R. Kennedy is running away.
He gave you a fist bump last night.
Yeah, and as I said, I didn't move my hand forward. That doll, whatever it is, it fist bumped me.
Quite freaked out by Darryl, aren't you?
100% freaked out, but I'll tell you what, one thing I'm not freaked out by, but I am impressed, is the skill set of both these young men.
The chops from Takahashi, Connors showing he's more than equal to those as he countered. Connors now headed to the ropes, leapfrog by Takahashi. Connors counters the hip toss, but the brakes on and delivers one of his own.
Joseph Connors, so impressive. His talents will take him all over the world. They already have.
Takahashi lands on his feet, but he may have damaged his left leg. Holding his knee, landed awkwardly just then. Referee Joel Allen telling Connors to back off. Needs to check on the condition of Takahashi.
Well, Connors wants to capitalise. He feels that this could be his road to the semi-finals, but referee Joel Allen saying, no, let's play the respect game and give Takahashi time to recover.
It's at the referee's discretion. He's allowed to pull a pause to the action, and Takahashi, I think, was playing possum. Playing kitten.
Oh, God. Oh, no. He's shaking off whatever happened. I think you're right, Takahashi. I'm not sure there was anything wrong with him there. Connors was fooled, or rather, referee Joel Allen was.
And now it's Connors' left knee that seems to be the focus of the attack. Look how Takahashi, in between those chops, is repeatedly focusing on that left leg of Connors.
And now Connors is the one who's grounded, and let me assure you, his injuries are very, very real.
Takahashi goes for the Irish whip. Connors counters. He's going to follow Takahashi outside. Takahashi luring him back in. Connors is on the ring apron. That's a bad place to be. Takahashi tried to get underneath him and hit him on the powerbomb on the outside. In the end, he trips the leg, and again, Connors landing on that left leg.
Down on the floor, he's back to his feet now, but Takahashi has the advantage.
Connors put the knees up there so that he didn't land face first, which would obviously be an incredibly painful way to go, but the downside of that is that it's done more damage to an area of the body that Takahashi was already focusing on.
Well, if you saw that, Dave Bradshaw, Connors just tried to push Takahashi away, create some separation, some distance, but Takahashi wants to capitalize on that injury.
Takahashi! Well, that might be a way of capitalizing. He's wrapped the leg of Connors around that guardrail and then smashed into him. Connors is screaming in pain there.
Yeah, he's in trouble here. That leg, it will be bothersome from here on out in this match.
Winner of this one, by the way, going to face the winner of Kushida versus Zack Sabre Jr. later on. That one's coming up later on. Of course, that semi-final will be on Saturday.
And again, Connors pushing away Takahashi.
It could be, by the way, an all-English semi-final or an all-Japanese semi-final, depending on how those two results go.
That's right, it could be. But these eliminations are going to come thick and fast here.
Again, Takahashi dropping the elbow on the left knee. And he's now driving the knuckles into the knee joint. Look at that. See that?
That's a very good point. He's grinding them right into that joint. That has to be incredibly painful for Connors.
Just making sure he's got Connors in a position where he can do what he likes with that knee. Connors has wrapped his arm around the neck of Takahashi to try and stop this onslaught on the leg.
Well, the human leg is not supposed to bend that way.
Takahashi still twisting and wrenching at that left leg. Connors knows he needs to get out of here and quickly. Finally manages to break free.
Look at this, that hush coming over the crowd again as they wait to see the extent of the damage to Connors' leg.
Connors getting back to his feet. Takahashi, though, merciless, isn't he? Takahashi, this time raking the eyes.
Well, we saw what could happen 24 hours ago when a body part gets damaged. Don't forget, Jay Lethal, his arm was troublesome against Zack Sabre Jr., ultimately costing him in the end. Will that be the fate of Connors here?
And Sabre Jr. has proven time and again that he's one of those guys who will sense a weakness, smell the first hint of an injury to, or any kind of damage to any part of the body, and then we'll just hone in on that relentlessly. That is what Takahashi is doing with the left leg of Connors here.
After grinding away at that leg, he then struck with the drop kick straight to the knee joint, and Connors in severe pain.
Takahashi happy to conduct this at a pace of his choosing.
Connors punching his own leg, trying to get some blood flow back into that limb.
That's all you can do at this point, try and get the blood going, hope the adrenaline kicks in. If you get through this match somehow, then you can deal with what you're going to do about the leg in the next 48 hours.
That's true, you can't worry about it now.
Cross that bridge when you get to it. Right now, there's more immediate issues at hand.
Again, Takahashi focused only on the leg.
This one is very quickly heading in a very favourable direction for the nation of Japan.
It's going south for Connors.
Takahashi taunting his opponent before he smashes the leg again into the ring post.
You have to believe that Joseph Connors returned to WCPW. Very gracious of WWE to give him the opportunity to do so and enter this World Cup. But you have to believe that he thought he would be coming here to win. This injury could say otherwise.
Takahashi thinks he's done enough damage now to force the submission. Joseph Connors in the middle of the ring.
He doesn't want to be there. He'd rather be closer to the ropes, I guarantee you of that.
Another variation on the figure four here.
Well, every movement that Joseph Connors does now, it's going to be painful. That injury is not going away.
Well, Connors was able to briefly turn onto his front, which reverses the pressure and means that Takahashi is the one on whom damage is being inflicted. But
we've seen that desperate expression on Connors' face before here in WCPW. This man is calculated, but
Connors finally, with enough strength to wriggle his way to the ropes.
But even extending that arm out, it'll put pressure on that knee joint to even stretch it.
Takahashi needs to be careful there. He used 4 3/4 of that 5 count before he broke the hold after Connors was in the ropes. Referee could have been pretty close to disqualifying Takahashi. That wouldn't be a great way to get eliminated.
No, you don't want to get eliminated by disqualification or something that was your own fault. Certainly not.
Still, though, you see how Takahashi has slowed this down, just delivering strike after strike. Hang on. Connors shouting in the face of his attacker here, Takahashi. Shouting, is that all you've got?
Wow. Connors fired up here in Manchester. But again, he can shout all he wants. Takahashi in full control.
Split down the middle in Manchester. What an atmosphere as Connors fights back. Takahashi will go to the ropes. Connors gets him. Clothesline.
Well, I think that people respect Joseph Connors for coming through that pain, and they respect the defiance that he showed there to fire back.
The crowd, whichever man they're supporting, want these two to get to their feet. Another great quarter-final, the second of 4.
But that leg will continue to bother Joseph Connors throughout the duration of this match, no doubt about that.
Connors, with chops. Takahashi replying. Look at the fight in both of these guys, but especially Connors, given the damage to that leg.
Surprised they can stand.
Connors slides underneath. Picks him up, slams him, power slam from Joseph Connors to go to the semis. No.
Well, even lifting Takahashi there had to be a painful move for Connors to perform. You can see him bouncing around on that leg, trying to get some blood flow, some sensation back into it. It's been an issue all match.
Connors is just fighting through the pain. Big chop from Connors to Takahashi. You can see the pain etched across the face of the Japanese competitor here. Here we go now. Takahashi showing some aggression of his own.
Connors again resting in the corner because of that leg.
Connors has had to find another place. Double foot stomping. I was going to say he had to find another place psychologically to let him work through this pain. That's what we saw when he was screaming in the face of Takahashi a minute ago. That's what we're seeing as he slams the canvas with determination that he is going to get through this.
You will not find a more determined pro wrestler than Joseph Connors, but that injury could be telling.
Connors tried to pick Takahashi up again. Takahashi goes into the corner. Connors really struggling on that left leg. Takahashi tries to grab it. Connors pounding away, and Connors will send Takahashi into the corner. Takahashi got the leg of Connors here. Connors is swinging. Oh, but he twisted the leg. Took him down. Look at him. Once again, contorting that leg. Again, the submission.
Listen to the frenzied cry of Joseph Connors.
Half of the crowd shouting that Connors should tap. Half of them pleading with him to get to the ropes.
He makes it.
Connors does indeed make it. This time Takahashi makes the break on 3. I think the referee made it quite clear that he was serious last time.
I think the Takahashi deliberately breaking early then, didn't want to take another chance, running close to the 5.
From a sunset flip, Takahashi gets pushed away. Takahashi again on the leg.
Everything Takahashi does is focused on that leg. It's a smart move. Strategy at its finest. He knows that Connors is hurt.
Takahashi maybe going to go for the time bomb. Looking to put Connors away. Connors wriggles out. In the end, he catches him with the kind of a backbreaker and slams him hard, back first, into the mat. Takahashi is down. He had the wind knocked out of him, but he had enough left to kick out at 2.
Look at that expression on Connors again, going back to that leg.
Seems like a odd thing to do at first glance, to be hitting yourself in the leg, but the reason he does that, again, is to try and get that circulation going a bit more freely around a knee that is clearly messed up at the after this onslaught from Takahashi. Picked up Takahashi, who's a bear hug position. Takahashi fought his way free. Connors goes for a clothesline. Takahashi with a super kick into the jaw. Goes quickly into the ropes, a clothesline. That might have knocked Connors out. Takahashi didn't hook the leg. Connors kicked out.
I think that's crucial what you just said there, Bradshaw. He neglected to hook the leg. Had he done so, especially the bad leg of Connors, that could have been 3.
Connors again having to try and fight Takahashi away, but he fed him the leg in the end. He was using his left leg to kick at Takahashi, and it gave Takahashi a chance to grab it. Now look, Connors in trouble again. Connors screaming in pain. He's somewhat near the ropes, but not close enough to reach them.
Well, the problem for Connors is he's going to have to roll over if he wants to reach those ropes.
That's a good point. Connors is trying to just shuffle his way and try and release the pressure a little bit by slapping Takahashi finally. Yeah, he gets there. He gets there, and the damage might have been done, though. Even more unloaded there onto the leg of Joseph Connors. Takahashi is a man who very much knows what he is doing. He has a game plan, and it is working very well.
How many times can Connors keep doing that, though, before
he's going to go for the time bomb. Went for the time bomb again. Takahashi, oh my.
Oh, and the legs again, Bradshaw hit the turnbuckle.
Overhead throw, and Takahashi with 2.
Well, Takahashi has to be frustrated here because he has thrown everything at Joseph Connors. He's focused on the leg. He's done an expert job here of taking Connors apart, but Connors is still in it.
Once again looking for that time bomb. Won more than one match with that during this World Cup. Connors counters. The shoulders of Takahashi are down. Down for 2. Connors over the top DDT.
Beautiful.
That could do it. He surprised Takahashi. Referee in position. And again a 2 count, but they are getting closer for both men.
I think that was a last-ditch attempt from Connors to surprise. He had the surprise element in his favour last night against Joe Coffey. Tried it again there mid-match against Takahashi, but got the 2 instead of the 3.
Takahashi has rolled to the outside to try and give himself a timeout. Connors, though.
Oh, wait a minute. This could be a poor decision.
Connors off 1 rope, off 2 ropes, and Joseph Connors launches through the air to take out Takahashi. And what a risk that is. Imagine he landed hard on the left knee. He could have put himself completely out of commission there, but Connors prepared to take that risk to give himself a fighting chance of beating Takahashi.
Well, both he and Takahashi almost sent into those steps, and that could have been disastrous.
Connors rolling Takahashi back in.
Oh, and look,
I'm not sure he can even lift himself up on that leg, can he?
Even getting on the ring apron has to be sore and painful.
Connors headed to the top. That might be a mistake because
this is risky from Connors.
It's taken a long time to get up there because of it took too long. The knees went up from Takahashi. Takahashi trying to win it. Connors again kicks out, and Takahashi getting ever more frustrated. Again, he'll go back to the submission. Connors will roll him up, and Connors got it! Connors got it! Connors got it! And Connors is in the semi-finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest and advancing to the semi-finals on Saturday, Joseph Connors!
Joseph Connors took advantage of the frustration by Takahashi. That irritation that he couldn't get it done caused him to take his eye off the ball for a split second. And Connors, with those instincts of a veteran, was able to get Takahashi rolled up for the 1-2-3.
Well, all that pain, all that punishment, all that focus, you can see Takahashi thinking about what might have been. He spent so much time focusing on Connors' leg, and all it took was 3 seconds for Connors to advance to the semi-final.
A gutsy display from Joseph Connors, who, as we said, will now go on to the semis and potentially the final, who knows, on Saturday night in Newcastle. in the semis, he will either face Kushida or Zack Sabre Jr.
Wow. You have to feel for Takahashi. I may question his lifestyle a little with Daryl and all, but he has been on one hell of a journey here in the Pro Wrestling World Cup.
One of the most colourful characters we've had out of all the 64 men who've competed. We won't forget the contribution that Hiromu Takahashi made to this inaugural Pro Wrestling World Cup.